Warning, the stunts and illusions performed on this program were designed and tested by Criss, a highly trained professional. These demonstrations are extremely dangerous and should not be attempted by anyone, anywhere, at any time.
It's All Hallows Eve, 79 years ago today, at 1:26 p.m., Houdini died at the age of 52. I dedicate this episode to him, and in his memory, I'm going to attempt an escape that no human has ever tried. If I fail, I'll be cut into a million pieces. It'd be kind of ironic if I end up dying on the same day that marks Houdini's death, Halloween.
Hey, this is Criss welcoming you from the Magic Castle to a very special one-hour edition of Mindfreak. It's Halloween, and I plan on spending it in the sickest way possible.
For this Halloween, I really wanted to pay homage to Houdini, and I dreamt up this crazy escape that had fatal consequences if I wasn't successful.
I threw out the old-fashioned idea about cutting Criss in half, and he mocked that, and if he was going to cut himself in half, instead what he wanted to do was cut himself into a million pieces. And the way he was going to do that was to shove his body through a wood chipper.
He has 15 seconds to get out of a wooden box that's nailed shut. He's handcuffed, his hands through the box, and he has to get out before the box is chewed up into a wood chipper. If he's not out by then, we're going to have a real disaster.
This is the ultimate Veggie-matic! First off, let's say hello to my cat, Minx. How you doing, Minxie? Doing, baby? I see you have your dog costume on, huh? Yes, you do. Are you ready? It's Halloween, Mindfreak style. One of the things I love about Halloween is I get to spend it with some of my closest friends, doing the craziest things. And tonight, it's no exception.
One of the wonderful things about being here at the Magic Castle is you never know who you're going to run into. I just got word that a good friend of mine, Ayala, is performing right next door. I figured it'd be kind of fun to barge in on him. We've been friends since we were kids. Let's go check it out.
Now, can you be so can you spell the cards and then what's your name, mi amor?
Me, Emily.
Emily. Do you know what Emily means in Spanish?
No.
Maria. Maria. Maria, can you be so kind? Just of all the cards, can you take just one card out? Don't look at it.
Oh,
just take it out and then put it against your chest. Did you pick the card? I want you to show.
I want to know how many people here hate card tricks.
You know what?
I hate card tricks, dude.
I hate card tricks too.
Yeah.
I hate card tricks.
I think these folks deserve to see something else. Do you want to see something else?
All right. Criss, are you ready?
All right, let's get more comfortable here.
Okay, so
you know what I
just
want to do with you, right? Go stand back there for a second.
Okay.
You ready there? As Joaquin Mariello would say, are you ready?
Come on, baby, come on, come on, come on!
When I was a kid, my favorite part of Halloween was dressing up in costume, becoming something I was not. A child's imagination provides endless possibilities, untainted by what is not possible. They serve as my inspiration.
Happy Halloween. How about a trick?
Okay.
Alright, we'll do a little trick. Alright, I want you to see I have nothing in my hand. Watch. I want you to see my sleeve is going to be rolled up. Yet, if I go like this, watch. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do it very slowly. I'm going to take it this time. I'm going to put it into my hand. You're going to actually see it vanish. Watch. Just like so. You see that? Completely goes. Now, if I reach right over here, let me see it. I think right over here, there's something. Yeah, look at that. What do you have here? You only have one thing in your pair. Why? You just started? Okay, I'll tell you what. Put your hands out like this for me. Put your hands out just like this. Can I borrow your sweater? Are you cold? Yeah, look. Watch this. Have we ever met before? No. No? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm going to try to show you something. Watch. We made something. What was your name?
Brittany.
We made some candy up here for Brittany, but I didn't make any candy up here for all of you. Even though I did a trick, we're going to try to make the trick turn into a treat. Okay? But you need to help me with this. You know the magic words?
Yeah.
What's the magic words?
Trick or treat.
Ah, you're getting clever, aren't you? All right, on the count of 3, I want to hear those magic words really loud so that the neighbors all the way down the block call the cops. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Enter my mind.
Coming up.
I try the sickest escape ever. I call it In Pieces.
Are you ready?
The Magic Castle is really one of the vortexes of magic in the world. All of the great magicians have passed through these walls here.
Magic Castle is very excited this year to bestow its highest honor on Criss Angel, which is our Magician of the Year award.
Let me just tell you the people that have won this award in the past. Siegfried and Roy, David Copperfield, Lance Burton. The biggest names in magic have been Magicians of the Year, and Criss Angel joins that elite group.
Being at the Magic Castle is great because you never know who's going to stop by, like my good friend, illusionist Franz Ferrari.
About every generation, somebody comes along that changes everything, that changes the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the mind freak of Mr. Criss Angel.
Right now I'm going to show you something that a lot of people wrote in about on the show, and so I figured for Halloween it was fitting. Figured you guys at home wanted to see this. You wrote in, so I'm going to try to perform this for you right now in a completely different environment than where I first performed it, which was on the street. So I'll try it for you right now. It involves 5 needles, a piece of thread, and your kind attention. You hold on to that, check that out. Okay. 5 very sharp needles. I'm going to take each needle and place each one into the glass. How many is this? 4. And the last one would be 5, right? Good. A little bit of wine. Would anybody like to partake in the shot? I want you to get a shot at the inside of my mouth. I was inspired by Houdini. He did an experiment with some needles, a piece of thread, and his mouth. This is my interpretation. I want you to get a really good shot of this.
Minxie, I love your costume. You look good.
You know, I get all sorts of emails, and I want to thank you for taking the time out to write to me. I thought this would be a great opportunity to actually answer one of those emails. And this one actually comes from Naomi from Pennsylvania, who asks, Chris, I watch your show every week, but never realized that you created the music. Can you tell me a little bit about your background? Well, it's funny that you ask about the music, because I've been doing music longer than magic. I got involved in music when I was 6 years old and played music with my brothers. We actually created a little trio. And I recently got back to Long Island and stopped by my brother's music store, Monster Music, and had a really nice time. So check this out.
It was great to be back in Long Island. I've been working on a show like crazy and hadn't had the opportunity to get back.
Oh, that place right over there we just passed? That was the first bar I ever performed at. I used to ride my bicycle there. I used to have this little bike, a BMX kind of bike. I used to ride to that bar on Hempstead Turnpike, and I used to perform in this bar every Friday and Saturday night. I'd go up to people and like do close-up magic and stuff. I was 14 years old, and I kind of lie about my age because technically I wasn't supposed to be in there. That was like one of my first gigs, which is pretty cool, and I was right over there. Oh, wow. Now this is a welcome home. This is a welcome home.
Filming on Long Island, having all people from the hometown show up to cheer him on and just give him a really great welcoming back after being on the road for so long. It was such a great, great experience.
How are you? My dentist. This is my dentist. Not only is Danny an incredible dentist and a great guy, a good friend, but he also loves to figure out how to do.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I love to figure out how to do.
And he drives me crazy. We go out to dinner, it's like, Chris, so how did you do that one? Oh, no, I know how it works, Chris. It works like this. And he'll give me like the theory, and I'm like, yeah, it works exactly like that. And he gets pissed at me.
I tell you the truth, the kids were very excited, but the parents were more excited than the children to see Criss Angel.
It was overwhelming at the music store. We had crowds of people in line and just people pushing to get in this place. And poor Criss, you know, he has to do some magic for the television. And the cameras couldn't get in to get the shots that they wanted to get. And people were pushing and shoving. I finally had to tell Criss, you know, Criss, you need to go behind the counter so that he could have just a little bit of room to be able to perform some things for these folks.
Have we ever met before?
No.
We've never met before. And your name is?
Laura.
Laura. And your name was? Mike. Mike. Okay, Mike. What I want to do is, can I borrow your watch for a second? All right, there you go. Look, I want the camera to see this. I'm going to pull out the little tab right over here. And when I pull out the little tab, you can see that the hand will spin. Everybody can see that, right? Yeah. Right, I want the camera to see that too. You can see it completely spins. Now, I'm going to ask you to actually turn it, okay? I don't want you to look or anything like that. I just want you to keep on spinning it, okay? Just keep on going with it. Just keep it face down and keep on spinning it like I am doing right now. You're going to feel at a point, just keep on going with it. Just keep on spinning it. At any point that you feel compelled, you're going to feel something. Something's going to tell you to stop. When you feel that, I want you to stop it, stop spinning it, and then put the tab back in at any point, okay? Have you done that? Yes. All right, I want you to keep that in full view just like it is right now, okay? What I want you to do, you know each other? No. You don't know each other. You never met me. No. I want you to think about any time that comes to mind. It could be an anniversary, it could be a birthday, it could be anything. I don't care, whatever you feel compelled. When you feel something that pops into your head, I want you to call out that time.
You want me to call it out?
When you feel, do you feel something?
Yeah.
All right, what is it?
It's 3:30.
3:30. What time does that watch say? What time did you stop at?
3:30.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Enter my mind. To my mind.
दिल में दर्द बन कर यार ज़माने भी दे मुझे तड़पाने वाले.
Coming up, I face the wood chipper and teach you how to make something vanish. Are you ready?
Magic is such a prominent fixture with Halloween because magic as an art form tends to be about mystery and about spirits and about being a little darker and a little off tilt with the norm.
I think it's only fitting that you should have a Halloween special in a haunted house, and we're as close as you can get to a haunted house in Hollywood.
Hey, Minxie, how are you, baby? How you doing? I love your costume. Yeah. He's dressed up like a dog today, my cat. Yeah, he even sounds kind of like a dog. What's your name, brother?
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. I'm Chris. You are?
Rachel.
Rachel, how are you?
Damien.
Nice to meet you. You know, my cat Minx loves milk, absolutely adores it. And I noticed you had some milk packets right in front of you. Rachel, I was wondering if you could select a packet, open it up, and just pour some milk out any way you like on the bar for me, anywhere at all. Anywhere. Except there. No, I'm just teasing you. That's fine. Good. And I want you to watch this very carefully. Watch. Watch. Boom.
Oh, wow.
Boom.
Shoot.
Right there. Come on, Minxie. Come on. Come on, Minxie.
Are you serious?
Come on. You know you like this, Minxie. Come on. There you go, baby. Come on. You don't have any cookies? Is that the problem? If you don't have some, I'll have some. Pretty good. So I'm here at Korn Studio where they're working on their new album, See You on the Other Side. I'm surprise JD, say hello.
When no one understands you, but don't give up because the music
Happy Halloween, dude.
Happy Halloween, man. How are you doing?
How are you?
Good
Sounds awesome, man. That's a single, right?
Yeah, we've been working on it. It's coming along.
Yeah.
Sounds cool, man.
Plug the new Korn album, See You on the Other Side. Coming out when?
Coming out December 6th.
December 6th.
Go pick it up.
Yeah,
December 6th. Plug my boys out. Do what you do, dude.
because the music
I'm gonna play a little
Ping, ping, ping.
There you go. I could keep it as a souvenir.
Yeah, man, I'll take that home.
Ah, it's wet!
I want to thank you all for watching Mindfreak and making it such a huge success. Mindfreak all started in my hometown on Long Island, New York, where I bought my first trick in a little store called The Magic Shop. Here, take a look.
Should be a good day. We're gonna go over to the magic shop right now. Gonna see Phil. This is the first magic shop that I ever went to, and I bought my first trick there. I haven't been here in a long time, so it's gonna be pretty cool to kind of make a little surprise visit. And here is the magic shop. Hey, what's up, Scotty? Look, Scotty's here. Hey, what's up, Scotty? How are you? Good to see you. How's it going? Nice to see you. Like the old days, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
Scott in Durante was one of my first magic friends, and he was incredibly gracious with his knowledge and his car. He used to pick me up like every week. I would go over to the magic shop.
Come on, we'll go inside. Oh my God.
Remember all this stuff?
This is insane, Scott.
Kind of takes you back a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I used to come here every week. I would beg my mom to let me spend my weekly allowance.
Look who it is! He hasn't changed a bit, has he?
No, you look great, man. How you doing?
How are you?
That must be Phil.
I know it's been a long time since you've been here.
Yeah, it's been a really long time. Thank you very much for having me back.
And
it's really nice to come by with Scott.
You used to get all your little tricks here, remember?
Yeah, I remember. It was like...
Remember the first one?
Was at I took a pencil and put it through a glass.
I got that somewhere.
Still carries it.
There it is. This is the one.
There it is. That is it. That is it.
That's probably the original one.
Look at that. Solid. Solid. Am I actually going to try to do this now? God, it's been so long.
Cards.
And put that over here. We just make a little X right over there. You watch this. Watch it. And it literally, you can see that goes right through the glass and the cards.
You broke it.
And out. And when you pull out the card right over here, look. Now it's crazy because a lot of people ask me, you know, where I come up with these ideas, and this happened to be brewing in my mind for so many years that many years later, I came up with this concept of walking through a plate glass window right in the storefront. Watch. Now watch. Hit it. Really, check it out.
This was inspiration.
Yeah, this stupid little
trick that wasn't so stupid at the time.
We were inspired by the old timers, and
Yeah.
now maybe you'll be inspiring some people.
I want to thank Phil, Sky and Durante, and the Magic Shop.
Chris, you have to lose a toothpick, man. We can't understand you.
When we come back, I'm going to teach you how to do that.
Enter my mind, my mind.
कभी कभी मुझे कुछ उन पर गिराट दे मुझे तड़पाने.
Coming up, I prepare for the wood chipper
13 seconds.
by visiting Houdini's grave.
Are you ready?
Now I'm going to teach you how to do an effect from my upcoming book.
In order to learn how to make the toothpick vanish, you first need a setup, and the setup requires a toothpick and a piece of Scotch tape. Take the Scotch tape, place it on the end of the toothpick, like so. Take the toothpick with the Scotch tape, stick it onto your thumb, nail, like so. Remove the toothpick so you're creating a little funnel in the Scotch tape so that you can remove it and place it back in. So you start off with the toothpick in your mouth or wherever. You take the toothpick, place it into the little funnel. Take your index finger, pressing it onto the tape, which is holding the toothpick. And to make it vanish, you simply do this. The way you cover that is with the other hand. You snap. At the same time, you bring your thumb back. And I usually just rub my thumbs as a little convincer. I'll show you the back view of that.
Before you perform this in front of your friends, practice in front of a mirror.
And to make it reappear, you simply just reach forward and pluck it out of the air. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming down.
No, thank
we got
you for having
Christopher
us.
Knight, Adrian Curry from their own show, My Fair Brady.
Yep.
All right. So I want to thank you very much for dropping by.
Oh, our pleasure.
I just wanted to know, what show are you from?
What was it? Come on, you watched
I didn't watch it.
Well, Brady Bunch, I think.
I knew you looked familiar.
That's the one. Hey, I helped raise you.
There you go. I remember watching every week, my whole family. So I know we're here at the Magic Castle, and you guys, we just met actually last week. You were gracious enough to say, hey, you know, I watched the show.
We're tremendous fans.
Oh, well, thank you very much for
I
watching.
like the intro
Thank you.
a lot.
Are you ready? Are you ready for something now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right,
I'm never
cool.
ready for this. This leaves me.
Now, you checked out the deck and you shuffled it up, am I correct?
Yeah.
And it's just, it's want everybody to see, it's just a deck of cards.
Standard cards.
Standard cards that have my name on this side.
Okay.
Right. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do, Adrian, is I want you to touch the top of one card. If you can just touch one for me. Touch one. Take it out. Show it to the camera. Doesn't matter if I see it. We're going to try something. I'm going to go a little different direction here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What card did you pick? 3 diamonds.
I love 3 diamonds.
You do?
Yeah.
I love all diamonds.
Should take 1 diamond.
All right.
Is that 3 of Tiffany's diamonds?
Now, I'll show you what we're going to do with this. Let's try something. If the camera could just follow me right over here. Watch. Watch.
I didn't know you were pyro also.
Yeah, a little bit.
I hear you catch on fire, so be careful.
You see what's happening here, right?
Yeah, it's burning.
Which is producing some ashes over here.
Yes.
Watch. So this was the 3 of diamonds. This is your proof that it was the 3 of diamonds. You hold on to that.
Okay.
I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these ashes over here. Watch. Everything comes from this earth. Watch. Do you see that?
Shut up. Holy that is insane.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's ashes.
You're a freak. That is so cool.
Son of...
Thanks a lot. All right, so check it out. This is what we're going to do. I have a blank piece of paper and a marker, okay?
and I'm surrounded by a bunch of people. We've never met before, am I right? What's your first name?
Teresa.
Teresa, pleasure to meet you. This is what I want you to do, Teresa. I want you to write down a number between 1 and 100, but don't let me see it, okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to turn my back to you. You're going to make sure I don't look, all right? Once you've done that, I want you to take the paper, I want you to fold it a bunch of times, put it between your hands, okay? Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so I'm going to turn around. I'm going to keep my eyes covered over here. You make sure I don't look. No one tells me what it is.
Fold it.
All right, Teresa? All right, look. I want everybody at home, first of all, to see that I have, a lot of people think, oh, you know, you must have some type of communication or something like that. I want you to see I have nothing in my ears. Diamonds. Yes, but nothing, no communication, nothing on me at all. Zippo zero. I'm going to try to get inside your head right now. And the way I'm going to try to do this right now is I'm going to ask you to keep your hands like this. I'm going to look at you and I'm going to tell you what you're thinking. I'm going to ask you to think of your number. I want you to see the number right now in my palm as if it was written in my hand. Visualize it right now. See it. Believe that I can get inside your head right now. Believe I can get inside your head right now and tell you what that number is. Does this number have any significance? Does it mean something to you? It does. Look at me. 14.
On October 31st, 1926, at 1:26 p.m., Halloween, the world lost one of the greatest performers, Eric Weiss, a.k.a. Harry Houdini. 79 years after his passing, his name is still synonymous with the art of magic. Every year on Halloween, I try to make it back out to New York to Houdini's grave. This year was no exception. Legend has it that strange things have occurred at 1:26 p.m. on the day that marks his death. I've been visiting his grave for many years. I've yet to experience anything supernatural. Baby.
Criss sees Houdini not necessarily somebody he wants to beat, but as someone he looks up to and reveres so highly that he would like to be the equal to Houdini in this day and age. It's a very spiritual and it's a very moving and emotional thing to be that close to someone who's actually passed on and is already on the other side.
Enter my mind. Enter my mind. Freak.
Coming up.
For the first time ever, in pieces.
No!
Next. Are you ready?
So here we are in Long Island, New York, my hometown. We're on a farm. Over there, you can see we have the gurney with the pine box, which I'll be placed inside, locked and manacled. My hands will be completely exposed. I'm gonna have about 15-20 seconds to make my escape before I'll end up through a wood chipper right over here. I want you to see this is solid. The walls, solid. Everything, solid.
The wood chippers that I've seen have always been these little one for branches. So when I showed up there, and they got this huge wood chipper, you know, and I'm looking in there, and it's got these huge big wheels that are just turning in. It was kind of scary.
This is Angelo. Hey, what's up, Angelo?
How's it going, Chris?
Angelo owns the wood chipper. So, Angelo, these here are the blades?
Those are feed wheels that pull whatever goes into it into the blades.
All right, so how many wheels do you have here?
2 feed wheels and then a big drum with 4 blades on it that spins real fast.
How big are the blades?
10 inches apiece.
10 inches apiece.
There's 4 of them. It has 100 horsepower, a turbo diesel engine.
Theoretically, if I don't get out in time,
It'll be in a million pieces.
I'll be in a million pieces and I'll end up over there.
Yes.
So he's going to lock up onto the conveyor belt over here, which I want you to get a shot of. So basically I have 20 feet in about 15 seconds. Good. John, are you going to bring that log over? We're going to throw a log in here to show you what it can do to a log, which a human is not as solid as that log. Watch it. This is the ultimate Vegematic.
Seen the movie Fargo? In the movie Fargo, there's a guy that takes an axe and he chops a guy up into pieces. And then he takes a guy and he puts him into a wood chipper. Now, the reason you put somebody in a wood chipper is because you can't recognize them afterwards. When I say can't recognize, I'm talking about the teeth get crushed. You know, you just can't. There's no identification of body. I mean, you want to get rid of a body, you put it in a wood chipper.
This is not a trick. This is an escape. This is designed so that it challenges me to get out before I even come close to this thing.
I wish I knew what motivated Chris to do these things, because whatever it was, I would try to reverse it. I wish he'd take up bowling or something.
So here I am with Officer Bill and Vinny, two officers here in Long Island, New York. They have a set of handcuffs. I asked them to bring their own handcuffs, and they brought in a peerless set of handcuffs, correct?
Smith & Wesson.
Even more difficult. All right, so I want you to place them onto my hands, okay? Good. And you do have a watch on.
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. Basically, I have to do this within 15 seconds. I've been working on this now for about a month, and if I can do this within 15 seconds, that is the time allotted for me to escape out of the pine box with the handcuffs. So you give me the count, and I'm going to try to do this.
Okay, you can start now. 15, 20, 25.
Unfortunately, when we rehearsed this, he kept doing it in like 17, 19, 20 seconds. We weren't sure if he could actually do this.
25.
Yeah.
13 seconds. He's only done 15 seconds maybe once or twice. Every other time he's like 18, 21 seconds. So if he doesn't get out of this thing and escape before the 15 seconds...
5 seconds. 10. 11 seconds.
There you go. I feel pretty good at it now.
Once the shredder starts to take that box, there's no way to get to him, and there's just no escape. He has to get out before it hits the chipper.
There were two huge obstacles I had to contend with in order to make my escape successful. I had 15 seconds to get out of the handcuffs and break my way out of the pine box.
If you've got seconds to get handcuffs off and get out of that box before you run through a chipper shredder, anything can happen. And the next thing you know, you're in pieces. It takes some serious balls to do something like that.
Are you ready?
I'm standing here in the middle of a field in Long Island, New York, where Criss Angel, in a tribute to Harry Houdini, on the 79th anniversary of his death on Halloween Eve, is going to attempt to escape from the tight confines of that pine box in full view of an audience. Once the lid is in place, it will be nailed shut, where you can see his hands emerging right now. His hands will be handcuffed using official police Smith & Wesson double-lock handcuffs. Following this, I will turn the switch on that will start these lines pulling that box along the conveyor belt. Once everything is in place, I will also lock this conveyor belt so that no one can get near the switch. There'll be no turning back whatsoever. They're going to put the handcuffs on him now. He will have 15 seconds to escape from that box before these lines pull him into this Vermeer Model 1800 giant wood chipper. We're starting it up right now. Chris, are you ready? Ready. Okay. We will be doing one continuous shot. There will be no cutaways during the entire time we do this. I'm going to turn it on now. Well, it looks like he's almost out. He's released the handcuffs. He seems to be having trouble getting the handcuffs through the hole. Chris? Oh, okay. I think it's... No! Joanne, come here. Take her.
I think they expected, typical Houdini escape. You change, you're handcuffed, you get almost to the location, you get out, and wow, it's over with. Well, it didn't quite happen that way, did it? I mean, Chris actually went into the wood chipper and appeared on the other side.
I can't take this anymore. I'm not coming no more. That's it. I am not coming to see him anymore. That's it.
I was waiting to see him burst out of the coffin, and when I heard the initial first piece of wood getting stuck in the machine, my just heart stopped.
You could hear his bones being crushed up, and you literally saw blood splattering out the chute.
There was pulp, chunks, like bone. It was pretty nasty.
I really thought he was done for this time. I didn't know how he got out of there. Oh, man.
You see him go into the wood chipper and your heart drops, and the next thing you know, he's popping out of the back of the truck. It's incredible. It's amazing.
What the wood chipper did to that wood is what my stomach felt like inside, just watching that.
Oh, the blood that was flowing through with the wood chipper.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It was kind of impressive.
I want to know how he got in the truck.
Best thing about Halloween is you get tricks and you get treats. And with Criss Angel, you get both the tricks and the treats. An amazing man, amazing son, never ceases to amaze him. Go Criss.
Damn kids! I hate Halloween! Well, Chris, how do you feel now that you've done the wood chipper? Good enough.